Ruth is patient. Ruth is kind. Ruth is not envious. She is never boastful or arrogant or rude. Ruth does not insist on her own ways. She's never irritable or resentful. She does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Ruth bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. You're very lucky, Alastair. But then we'll read it again. Alastair is patient. Alastair is kind. Alastair is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. Alastair never insists on his own way. He's not irritable or resentful. He doesn't rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Alastair bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. So you're lucky as well.
I'm sure you'll agree that Ruth looks absolutely stunning today. The great thing with Ruth is that she's as beautiful inside as she is outside. She's always been a great joy to us as a daughter, as much as her older sister and chief bridesmaid Rachel.
In the presence of God,
and before our families and friends, I, Alastair,
give
myself to you, Ruth,
Ruth,
to be your husband, and take you now to be my wife. I promise to love you, to be faithful and loyal to you, for as long as we both shall live.
In the presence of God,
and before our families and friends, I, Ruth, give myself to you, Alastair, to be your wife, and take you now, to be my husband. I promise to love you, to be faithful and loyal to you, for as long as we both shall live.
These rings that we exchange renew themselves as the unwearied surf that garlands but never binds, the coastline of an island from which love ever sails, towards the horizon circle, always farther, beyond we cannot reach. And all of these are emblems of our taking of each other, no more constructed than in the earth by the unfolding of the sea.
Ruth, I give you this ring in God's name.
Alastair, I give you this ring in God's name.
It's going.
It'll never come off now. No. Alastair and Ruth, since you've covenanted together in marriage and have declared your love for each other before God and before your families and friends gathered here today, I proclaim you now to be husband and wife, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Those whom God has joined together, let no one separate.
Ruth is a warm, kind, caring, high-achieving person who knows exactly what she wants, and I knew it was always going to be a problem for her to find a husband who would tick all the boxes. But fortunately, two lovely people called Gary and Yvonne Watkins had a wonderful son called Alastair, who met Ruth in a coffee shop called Loudon's in Edinburgh. Alastair's kind, considerate, caring, friendly, hard-working and genuine, and once the pair of them met, the rest is history.
So another aspect of Ali that I'm sure everyone here that knows him will be aware of is that he has this unique ability to describe a very difficult, a complicated, challenging situation, put it into black and white. So he has a few sayings which we just want to share with you.
His probably most hard catchphrase would be along the lines of, "Keep it simple, mate."
Followed closely by, "It is what it is, mate."
Not being funny, it's not rocket science, mate.
Very regularly as well, "Just smash it, mate."
Point is though, Ali he can always be depended on to give sage and quite often annoyingly accurate life advice.
And we're not going to describe, you all know, we all know Ali's qualities. Hopefully Ruth knows all the good ones anyway. And as it has already been summed up by Jim, the minister, earlier today, we all know why these two are so suited. James and I, we are so honoured to be your best men. Thank you so much for asking us to be so. Once again, thank you for the welcome that we've had. We've looked forward, we've enjoyed seeing your relationship grow, and we look forward to seeing it grow in the future, and we look forward to being part of that.
On behalf of my wife and I, Ruth. You look absolutely stunning today. I'm so lucky. So lucky you're my best friend and my soulmate and now my wife. Couldn't be happier.
In case you think Ruth is perfect, she does have one weakness. She's not very good at going uphill. This didn't deter Alastair from suggesting a hill walk in the Pentlands when he wanted to pop the question.
Ruth's not a hill walker, so it was hard work at times, and she did at one point while sitting under a tree remind me that this was a low point last time. She never...
The story goes she was too out of breath at the top of the hill to respond to the proposal. But I'm told that she managed to nod her head enthusiastically to signify a yes.
But nevertheless, we got to the top and we shared that great moment together. It was lovely. I love you very much, Ruth. I can't wait for our next adventure and spend the rest of my life with you. So, love you.